I have been told time and time again that I am a horrible person for keeping my children away from my mother-in-law. However, I'm not doing it out of spite. I am not doing it out of just being mean to her. I am doing it out of safety and precautions for my children. And what I mean by that is I do not feel as though my mother-in-law is a safe person for my children to be around. And ultimately, my husband agrees. As parents, we have the ultimate decision to say who is and who is not allowed to be around our children. That is until they're 18. However, we can just always make sure that they're prepared if they ever want to reach out to my mother-in-law. Ultimately, our decision to be no contact with my mother-in-law wasn't an easy decision, especially for my husband, but he saw that it was necessary for the safety of our children and for me. I had to get a protective order against my mother-in-law due to threats that she made against my life and the constant harassment. And during my pregnancy, she literally knew that she was causing stress to me and didn't stop. She purposely kept going and going and going. She didn't just cause me stress during my first pregnancy, but with my second son's pregnancy, that I was already having problems with my health during that time. If my mother-in-law cannot be a safe person around me, how can I expect her to be a safe person around my children? They're literally half of me. At one point in time, my mother-in-law told my husband, I don't want you left raising her mistakes. And by my mistakes, she meant my twin daughters from my previous marriage. Which, by the way, they were not mistakes. None of my children are mistakes. They're little happy surprises. I've had people tell me, hey, well, people change all the time. Maybe she doesn't think like that anymore. It's the fact that she thought like that to begin with is my issue. Yeah, sure, people deserve second chances, but we've given this woman so many chances that second chance is way, way gone. My mother-in-law has never given me an apology for the threats that she's made, for the stress that she's caused, for the issues that she tried to cause during my marriage. She also told my husband when I was pregnant with our first that he should lead me on throughout the entire pregnancy, and then when our son was born, leave me and she would come down and help raise him because I didn't need to be a mother again. This woman has berated my husband to the point where he went no contact with his mom because he just couldn't take it anymore. And the things that my mother-in-law has said to my husband is stuff that mothers should never say to their children ever. To this day, my mother-in-law is still trying to find out our address since we moved. She has been trying to get a hold of my husband. She has tried to talk to people to talk to him, to make him talk to her. During the hurricane in his hometown where it flooded, she basically had a conversation with him, and my husband, he did speak with her until she started saying, well, your wife has brainwashed you so bad that you can't even talk to your own mother anymore. Every single conversation that my husband has tried to have with his mom has always ended with her blaming me for all of her issues. From being homeless, which she's never been homeless, to her health problems, saying that I tried to unalive her. She also blamed my ex-husband for trying to unalive her due to stress. She's blamed me for money issues. She's also tried to say, well, I bought gifts for your children, so you guys should give me your information so I can send it to them. When we say no contact, that means our children as well. Luckily, our children have two sets of grandparents. They have my mom and they have my stepdad, and then they have my husband's aunt and uncle. They don't need my husband's mom because who needs enemies when you have family like her? My children deserve better, plain and simple, and they have better.